Well, Lola, thanks for talking to us ahead of the final game of the season today. Has it been a campaign of progress in your eyes?
Absolutely. I think when I think about where we've started and where we've ended, it's been a fantastic season. There's lots to be proud of, and we'll be finishing in the highest league position in our history, so I can't want more than that. So I'm really pleased with how the season's been so far.
I'll take you right back to last summer now, when Bex came in. What was the thinking behind her appointment?
You know, there was a lot of interest in the role, and I knew that the relationship between GM and manager was important. I wanted somebody who knew the league well and who had experience of the league above, and somebody who genuinely had a desire to work hard and want to win. And for me, Bex fits all of those criteria. She's coached at Tier 3, she's coached at Tier 2, she's worked a lot with the England talent pathway as well, and also is a good person, which is something that I'm very hot on in terms of off-pitch values and characteristics. So we spent a lot of time trying to get to know each other and understand how we work and what would work well, and I've got no regrets. We've done really well this season, and under her guidance we're finishing with a fantastic season.
And it was a busy summer recruitment-wise, 10 players coming in. How was that to manage from yours and Bex's point of view?
Really difficult. You've got to say bye to players that have worked hard, and that's the nature of football. There's always going to be a change, and then managing the incoming, managing expectations, managing the squad gelling together, and with 10 new players, that wasn't easy, but we managed to get to a stage where we were clicking and things were working. So it was a really stressful time now that I think back at it, but we got through it in the end.
Despite all that change, it was a really positive start to the season, wasn't it? 11 league games unbeaten and not losing until February. How pleasing was that? Yeah,
really pleasing. And in this league, unlike a lot of others, you lose 2 or 3 games and you could easily be out of the race. So to start that first half of the season unbeaten and winning and trying to get as many points on the board as possible was really, really good, and a testament to the recruitment, and a testament also to Bex to try and get that team working together as quickly as possible.
Some more additions came in January, loans from higher tiers and dual regs. Was that just about trying to give Bex some more ammunition ahead of the season running? Yeah,
more ammunition, and also thinking about it with a strategic on how we can develop our relationships with those clubs. And we're fortunate to be located in a really good part of the country where we've got the likes of Liverpool and Everton and Man City and Man United, Blackburn all around us, and so it's about trying to leverage those contacts to attract high quality players that want to come and contribute to our league, and we've done really well to do that this season, and it's something that we'll continue to do going forward.
We played a championship side in Birmingham City in the FA Cup in February.
Yep.
How was that as an experience, and do you think that was a good test for the players as we look forward to future years?
Yeah, the FA Cup is one of those cups that's all about dreams, and we told the girls ahead of the game that they should just play with confidence. And there's a whole league. I think at the time Birmingham were probably sitting in the top 2 of the championship, pushing on for a WSL spot, and so it was good to test ourselves against great opposition. I think every player wants to play in the biggest stage against the best players, and we gave them a run for their money. Unfortunately, the results didn't fall our way on that day, but I was really proud of the performance and how we pushed that team really to the end into extra time. So I think they were probably a bit surprised with the quality and the resilience that we showed, and I think for the girls it was a great experience to try and see where they match against players that are in a full-time environment.
Second half of the season then, we did pick up results consistently, but unfortunately fell short of the aim of finishing first.
Yeah.
Do you think that's testament to what Newcastle have done, the fact that we could potentially finish with 16 league wins and not go up?
Yeah, I think there's probably a lot of talk around Newcastle and what they've done, and when I sit back and reflect, we put out a performance in that game that I think was worthy to be proud of. I think going in at half time we were still 0-0, and sadly results didn't go our way, and sometimes that's football. In terms of what Newcastle have done in terms of full time and infrastructure and what they're doing in their end, I'm sure that benefits the game at large. Was it a bitter pill to swallow that we lost? Of course. But I guess the pleasing thing was the reaction, and we will finish second behind Newcastle and behind the full-time outfit, and with what we've done and the players we've brought in, I think that's something to really be proud of.
And we've scored 54 league goals and counting, and further 40 in cups. Is that important to you as in your role that we are playing that attacking, free-flowing football?
Yeah, I think football is an entertainment sport. People that want to see goals, they want to see entertaining styles of football, and we've been really deliberate in the way that we play, and playing out from the back and making sure that it's high press and really, really exciting football. And as a result of that excitement, we score goals. And I think one of the standouts for me was, I think, in an FA Cup final where we had 3 players getting 3 hat-tricks. And that's what you want. You want your forwards and your players that want to score goals on the score sheet. And that day was a testament to what we've been trying to do, working behind the scenes to make sure that goal tally remains really, really high.
And we speak a lot about sort of the collective team performances, but we've had some really good individual performers this year, starting with Kirsty, who's won both of our club awards this year.
Yeah, Kirsty Lavelle, fantastic signing, a complete professional athlete, has played at the highest level of women's football, and so we're really pleased that she made the decision to join us here. And her example, her leadership, definitely has had an impact in the dressing room. She's an outstanding person and an outstanding goalkeeper, and I think there are games in this league where we look back and think, without her, maybe we drop a point or two. So she's kept us right in the race. It's crucial to our plans and where we're heading, and I'm sure she's even got more to give, and we're really excited to watch her develop and see how far she can go with this club.
And Thea came in as well in the summer, took the captaincy on straight away.
Yeah.
What do you think of her this season?
Thea's been outstanding. Again, a leader on and off the pitch, an ultimate professional as well. I think I'd argue the best left back that is in the league, along with Kirsty being the best goalkeeper in the league, and that's not my bias. I think anyone who watches us would agree with that. And so to have personalities like that in the dressing room, leading by example on and off the pitch, has just strengthened our team and our squad, and it's just been a privilege to have them be part of our journey.
And it's the first time the women's team have played right here at Turf Moor twice in a season.
Yeah.
How much do you think that shows that Burnley and the community is embracing women's football and really trying to push it forwards?
Yeah, we are, and we've got plans to play more and more games here at the right times, and with the pitch as well. Just we want to be part of this Burnley story. It's a historic club, and we're writing new history into it. Women's football is relatively new in terms of the duration of how long this club's been established for, but we're happy to be celebrating firsts and seconds, and hopefully in a few years' time it will just be the norm. So it's a big occasion for the players. They love playing here, they want to play here, and training this week has been another level because everybody wants to make sure that their name's on this team sheet, and so we want the women's team to be part of that history, and we're really, really pleased that the club are supportive and embracing that strategic move.
And is there any sort of feedback from the players and staff that you can share from that Liverpool Feds game in terms of the wider experience and how they found it?
Yeah, I think we wanted to put on a performance that the fans would be proud of, and they did well. And we scored goals, and we played really attractive football. And I think for some of these players, it was the first time. For Kirsty, for Thea, for Bren, it was the first time they'd walked out on this grass, and so we want to make that a first for a lot of players, but also we want to make it regular. So it was a stand-up moment for us all, and we were really, really pleased to be here.
We talked a lot about sort of the on-field progress. There's been a lot that's going on behind the scenes, off the pitch. Can you explain to us some of that for us?
Yeah, I think for me in my role, it's very much off-pitch and behind the scenes, and I think people sometimes underestimate when you put 11 on that pitch, the work that goes on behind to get them there. We're talking contracts, we're talking recruitment, we're talking staffing, we're talking operations, finances. There's so much work that goes into bringing a commercial value as well as a fan base around it, and so it's exciting that we're able to have the club support. We want to grow the game, we want to be a WSL club at the right time, we want to do that with steady growth, and we've gone from a team that sat under the community under previous ownership, so moved under the ownership of the club with ALK's vision, and we've got plans to grow. We've just opened up a new under-21s programme. We've got our ETC programmes running out through the community. We're really hot on trying to make that pathway strong so we can develop those players from a young age. And my backroom staff, I was mentioning not too long ago that 3 years ago it was just me and the coach, and today we've got a coach and a backroom staff of between 10 and 11 people, and that just shows you what happens when you invest and you see value in your product. And we've gone from finishing 3rd place to 2nd place, and hopefully next season finishing top spot.
Just a word on the club's fans who felt the support, whether that be at home here, at home Leyland, or at away games as well. What kind of impact do you think that's had on Bex and the team this season?
Oh, brilliant. I mean, you can't underestimate your fan base, and we always want to thank our fans for coming out, for engaging on social media, for watching us via TikTok, for coming to Leyland and for coming to Turf Moor. And we want to encourage more and more fans to come and support us. We want to put on a show for them, and we also want to repay their loyalty and their investment in us as a team as well.
And after we finish the season today, what does the next few weeks and months look like ahead of 24-25?
A bit of rest, a bit of R&R, I think. For players, it's been a long season. But then immediately after that, the work starts in terms of what's happening next season, in terms of, recruitment, in terms of operations, in terms of, trying to build that infrastructure around the women's team. So we take a bit of rest, and we look forward to making sure that we come back ready, fit, and eager to win games of football.
Just to finish off on, what would your message be to anybody watching this as a thank you perhaps for what they've given us this season?
Yeah, I think words sometimes aren't enough, but we're deeply grateful for our fan base. We're grateful to the club for their support as well. Without them, none of this is possible. And also the fans, we want to thank them for sticking by us and supporting along our journey, and we can't wait to come back and give them another season to be proud of.